Hi ladies, welcome back. So today's video we are going to be ignoring the fact that my wig is a tiny bit too much to the left. We're just going to ignore that and we're going to continue on. So today's video is one that I have been asked throughout my entire YouTube history. This is all about the looks department because some of you actually find it very difficult to get past the looks when you're not dating somebody who you are attracted to physically, and you find it really difficult to do that. And we know that beneficial dating comes with guys who you won't necessarily be attracted to a lot of the time. So this is something that you guys really do need help to get past, and I am going to help you guys with that today. So keep on watching. If you like the video, then you already know, share the damn video because we're trying to get this channel to grow. We're trying to get more ladies in this family. So let's get into the topic. Let me just set this out and do a little scenario time for you because that really does help people to understand where I'm coming from. So here is a scenario. You are your amazing self right now, okay, and you look how you look, you know how to do your makeup, you know how to put your wig on properly, you know how to just make your hair look nice and do everything. And you are approached by a man who is drop dead gorgeous. All of a sudden your mouth is like salivating and you're dribbling and you don't even know what the hell. You feel so happy that this man has come over to you because you're in awe of his looks, and you give him your number. You guys go on a first date, and throughout that date you realize how many women are looking at him. You realize how many reflective surfaces he looks in to look at himself. You also realize how much time and effort he actually put into his appearance and into his eyebrows, and you realize that there is a battle for beauty in your relationship. Towards the end of the date, you may realize that you may actually have to pick up your purse, take out your card and pay for your own dinner. You may have to do that. Also, you may realize that if you did enter into long-term dating with this guy or into a relationship, that you would constantly be looking over your shoulder because you know that he is so attractive to so many women, he has so many options, and you don't look like 200 out of 10. And that's what it may take to keep this type of guy. Scenario B is that you are approached by a man who is balding, he is short, he maybe has a tummy, he isn't really somebody who you may even notice. When he first approaches you, you're like, oh, you know, you kind of gasp because you are so not attracted to this man, right? And you allow him to take you out on a date. You're like, what the hell, why not? He's still a person. He approached me with politeness. Let's go on a date. Why not? You go on your date and you realize that this man only has eyes for you on the date. He doesn't even see any other women that are around. They got the whole chest out, honey, on the table, and he doesn't even see them. All he sees is your chest out on the table. Also, there are no other women looking at him. Well, actually, there might be a few, because if he's with you, they may assume that he has money. So a few might look at him, but it's not nearly as many as when you are out on scenario A date. So the end of the date comes and there are no qualms about you paying at all. You don't have any, like, you're not worried about if you're going to have to pay. You already know how it's going to go because you know that he wants to impress you and he wants to take you out again because you are out of his league physically. So the end of the date comes and obviously he pays, and he doesn't just pay for that, but he also helps you getting home, whether it be money for a taxi, whether it be this, whether it be that. He makes sure that you actually get home okay. And before that night ends, he also asks you for date number 2 because he does not want you to slip away. As you can see from my two scenarios, they are very different, and I am saying this because I have had A and B. And A is a horrible situation to be in, and it makes it so that yes, initially you're attracted to somebody, yes, it's like, oh, he looks really cute, but at the end of the day, those looks just are not enough. And when it comes to you being a woman and wanting to be given the world and treated so beautifully and really have somebody put you on a pedestal, you are just not going to find that in Calvin Klein lookalike models, six pack and white teeth and brows done. You're not going to find that in that guy, but you are going to find it in the balding one, the man who doesn't have as many options, the man who does not care about his eyebrows, the man who knows that, look, if I want this woman to stay around, I need to do this, 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 and this, and this to keep her happy and to keep her around, to keep her dating me. And there are so many differences with those two experiences that it makes you looking past their looks worth it. I want you guys to really think about something. These sleeves are just... okay. I want you guys to really think about something right now. When it comes to you being with this Calvin Klein lookalike six pack for 5 years, and he is so good looking, he has so many options that there is no way that he wants to give you a ring or be fully committed, or there's no way that you are able to fully trust him because you know how many options he has, that those 5 years are a waste of your time and it's too stressful for you. He doesn't propose in the end, or whatever it may be. You might just find that those 5 years it's a waste of time. Even though you will learn lessons, you've wasted your time. And when you're with that man who will do X, Y, and Z for you, will go above and beyond for you, those 5 years, you will have a better experience within that time frame than you would with the six pack. So it's better to go with the person who treats you better over somebody who has a six pack and a pretty smile. You know, it just is not important in the grand scheme of things. And it's really about women realizing that when you are going for, oh my gosh, this guy, he's so sexy, he's so bangable, oh my god, when you're salivating over him like that, you are actually in your masculine energy at that point, and you don't have your feminine wits about you, and you're not thinking as a woman, because women naturally should be thinking about who is going to be the best father, okay, for my children, who is going to be the best husband, who can provide the best stability for myself and our family, who can do that. And the six pack, maybe he will be a good father, maybe he won't, I don't know, but will he be a good husband? I don't know. Do you know? Do you want to take that gamble? Do you want to take that gamble? And if you do want to take that gamble with the six pack, then go ahead and do it. But at the end of the day, six pack and, you know, Teletubby is going to be let me not even say Teletubby. Baldy is going to be better to you, probably a better husband to you, most likely, over six pack. So ladies, if at this point the treatment aspect is not enough to sway you and to make you change your mind and come to your senses, then I'm going to say this one to you also. What about the fact that lots of you guys do want to date beneficially? And most of the time, guys who don't have all of their looks going for them and they have to impress women with their money, with their status, with their professions, they actually tend to do better than guys who have the six pack. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this is something that I have noticed personally, and that's why most of the guys who you do date who are more successful really aren't as good looking as guys who are not as successful, as in guys who are plumbers or builders or personal trainers and stuff. They care so much about their muscles, their tattoos, their eyebrows, you know, they love trying to go up to as many women as possible and be a lad's lad. When it comes to those professional successful men who maybe don't have the muscles because they work on cardio and health as opposed to building unnecessary muscle, they work on building their brains and their memories as opposed to their biceps and triceps, they are really the ones who are more successful in life. And when it comes down to you having children, who is going to be able to guide you and guide the family, and who are you going to be able to take advice from? Musclehead or successful guy? Which one is that going to be? So it's about looking at things in terms of long-term perspective instead of who makes your mouth salivate, who has the six-pack that every other woman wants also. So it's about forcing yourself to choose right for the long term instead of choosing right for now. Choose for long term instead. So ladies, ask yourself this: what do I actually want? What type of treatment do I want? And if you want the best treatment possible, then it really is about going for the person who you know will do that for you, as opposed to the person who you know you will have to give the best treatment to be kept around. So brain cells must be used the next time a six-pack approaches you, and the next time Baldy is giving you the look but he's too nervous to come over because you're out of his league. Give Baldy a smile and let that happen and have your amazing dating experience. I want to add this as well. Not to say that good looking people do not have great personalities also, but one thing you will realize is when in life you can't focus on your looks and you don't have that to fall back on all the time, you develop an amazing personality most of the time. Sometimes it can still be dry or they can be a bit boring, but most of the time they are not dull and they are actually highly intellectual, funny, they have lots of personality, and they treat you amazingly also. And after time, when you're dating this person who treats you so well and you can see how good of a person they are, they naturally start to look more attractive. And that six-pack starts to look like a big old one-pack. You don't even care he has it after a while. And it's like, yeah, when you're not staying at my place, who else is seeing your pack? And you start getting crazy and you start, it's not healthy. So Baldy, six-pack. Baldy six-pack is, for me, it's Baldy all day, every single day, and I love it. One thing with me is I actually made a conscious decision to force myself to like a specific thing when I wanted to date differently. So maybe it's about you guys choosing. Just choose and make that decision to actually choose to find X more attractive than Y. Now I love grey. I'm so into that. That's what gets me salivating, and I don't even want to see somebody in their 20s. I don't want to see somebody in their 30s. You know, it's not going to happen for me. So make yourself be into that. Make yourself attracted to it, and also you will see yourself reaping benefits. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Again, if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, share the damn video, hit the thumbs up button for me. I'd really appreciate it. And also comment below in the comment section if you are six-pack or Baldy. Let me know in the comments and we can have a nice little kiki down there in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video tomorrow.